All right, welcome back to the Weekly Watch Report, where we go over all the things we watched this week. Let's start off with the White Lotus.
Yes, very excited to talk about this. We teased this already. I binged all of season 2 on Monday night, and now we're locked in for the finale. But we want to talk some theories, some thoughts. So for me, first of all, I would like to grade White Lotus season 2, the episodes I've watched, which are 1 to 6. Very much enjoy them. Like I said, I think I like it better than the first season. It's a solid A- for me.
Cool.
Solid A- for me.
Cool.
No, cool
Gruel.
answer.
Gruel.
I think if I watched them like you did, I would probably agree. But now it's getting to a point where I do agree about it. I'm really enjoying it now.
It's interesting when you guys go back and forth about it, and I binged it like that. I can see the differences. Like when I watched like 3 and 4, in my mind I was like, okay, these are the ones that I know. Noah and Rhea said like we're kind of slow. They didn't like as much, but watching them all fast, it like
back
wasn't
to
an
back,
issue.
it's a lot easier.
Yeah, it wasn't an issue.
I'm giving White Lotus a B+.
I was too.
Oh my God, sisters. B+. I want to go over the theories I've written down about this show.
Yeah.
So you got A-, we got B+. Couple things here I want to unpack in the last episode. I know I talked about it with Noah a little bit, but I know we did not discuss. So in the last episode, we have a lot going on.
Yeah.
Jennifer Coolidge. I also love talking about the White Lotus because nobody knows characters' names. And we talked, there's a tweet where it's like, it's Aubrey Plaza's husband. Yep. I'm starting to learn their names a little bit more. But Tanya and Portia.
Yeah.
Right now, did you realize in the last episode with Tanya, when she was hooking up with that guy, there was a hidden camera in the room?
No, I did not realize watching it, but I realized when I read theories online.
There was a hidden camera in that room.
Yeah.
And when she was walking around, remember, she picks up that picture.
Yeah.
And it's a picture of cowboys. It's her husband in the picture with the gay uncle. And
interesting.
And
is it
so
actually him?
Yes. And that's the cowboy lover that he was referring to a couple episodes ago is her husband. So you know how her husband kept like going out to the balcony, having talks with somebody on the phone?
Yeah.
I think, and the internet thinks, that he was on the phone with the gay uncle, who I do not know his name, and I keep referring to him as the gay uncle.
Yeah.
They think that's his lover, who he's
Quentin, I think.
Who he's cheating with. And their plan right now is there must be something in the prenup,
right,
where if she cheats, if he catches her cheating, that he still gets money,
and because they want the money, because gay uncle just keeps talking about how they don't have any money.
Yes,
and the kid that was hooking up with Portia was like
spilling like my.
They were like he doesn't have, and they're running out of money,
but he's about to have it.
Yeah,
so. The theory there is that Tanya's husband is actually the gay lover to the gay uncle.
Right.
And they're going to try, and he's the cowboy lover.
Now, do you think that there's going to be a death in that situation? Because I feel like Tanya, they could just continue, like Tanya, she's the only repeat offender in season 2. So maybe like her storyline continues in season 3.
Yeah. So remember when they are at the scene where they filmed The Godfather?
Yeah.
And the mannequin is wearing a dress, and they pan to the mannequin. And they show the mannequin, they say she blows up. Tanya is wearing the same dress as the mannequin in the coming attractions for next week.
Interesting.
So
do you think they'll kill Tanya?
It doesn't seem likely, but maybe they're trying to.
Yeah.
In this episode, Portia was also wearing the Godfather t-shirt at breakfast.
Yeah.
Lots of, lots of things hinting at the Godfather. So the whole thing there is that the husband... Hey, he's with the gay uncle.
Right.
They're trying to get Tanya's money.
Right.
And my question for you guys is, do you think Tanya is smarter than the audience thinks? Because do you think she knows what's going on right now slightly? She was really fucked up, was doing a lot of cocaine. Do you think she slightly knows what's going on right now because she did see the quote unquote nephew with the uncle? So she's already on to them, but she's playing it smart because she doesn't want to get into more trouble. Do you think, she has a plan maybe in the back of her head? Or do you think she's just going along with it right now and we'll figure it out in the end?
I think she's just going along. I don't think she's smarter than we give her credit for.
I think it's somewhere in between. Like, I think like she's made it this far through multiple what seems like relationships and still having her money intact. Like, I don't think she's an idiot. Like, she knows people want to take advantage of her. So I think she has that in the back of her mind for sure. And but like, even when she's like, oh, am I like being stupid about this? Like, I think that shows that she is still like thinking about it and probably has something going on in the back of her mind about it.
Do you think she goes through with hooking up with that guy? Because if she doesn't go through with it, then they have to come up with a different plan and try and kill her, which would represent the mannequin dress. Or,
well, weren't they already hooking up?
They weren't like, I think they kissed a little bit, right? I don't know. I guess that already counts.
I mean, yeah, he was like taken off.
But she stopped him, remember?
Oh, did she?
Yeah, because she was like, I'm so nervous. Like, you're just so handsome.
Yeah, but then it seemed like he was going in between her legs.
Oh, you're so right. You're so right. I missed that part.
Yeah. Like, he was like, open up.
Okay. Yeah, you're right. I totally missed that part.
Yeah.
Okay, so scratch that.
So maybe not, but
Scratch
that's,
that idea.
yeah.
But yeah, even if they were kissing, that would that still counts as infidelity in the thing. So yeah, I think that whole thing is interesting. And then when it comes to the couples, which I think is my most interesting plot line, this one got more interesting to me. Tanya and the gay uncle and all that.
For sure.
At first I was like, where is this going?
Yeah.
But now that all these things are being uncovered.
With the guy that was hooking up with Portia when like that was revealed, I was like, ooh, okay, like something's happening. Something
and the husband
sketchy is
and like the
happening
fact
here.
that her husband's connected.
Yeah.
I forgot about the husband.
I know. Well, when I was watching, Joe was like, he was like, I know that like the episodes are like it's only like a day, like time is really slow, but he's still not back.
Yeah, no, right. Very confusing.
He said 2 days.
Then that leads to, I want to talk about the couples. Aubrey Plaza. Harper, Ethan, Cam, and Daphne.
Yeah.
What I think we're seeing from Ethan right now, freaking out about Harper and Cam,
right, is
to represent what Harper feels about Cam and Ethan's night. Like, she's not exactly sure what happened, right? But we know what happened because we saw what happened. We were not shown exactly what happened between Cam and Harper. So now we are in the shoes of Harper through Ethan being like, what did happen? Did they hook up? Did they not hook up? Adding that paranoia.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So she's putting that paranoia onto Ethan, and we're seeing it from both of their, even though we're seeing it from Ethan's point of view right now, we're also seeing it from Harper's point of view in a different way of how she felt about Ethan and Cam's night, where she's not sure what happened.
Right. And I think Ethan has like such a weird complex with Cameron already. All like the subtle discussions of how they were in college, and Ethan would always go for the girls that, you know, he had said that he liked, that Cameron would always go for those girls and like whatever, take them. So like now I think he's having a major paranoia fit that like all this is now repeating with his wife. And the couple stuff is all interesting too, because it's like they always cut to that statue. There's so many cuts to that statue that they brought up in the first episode of whatever, the fucking Sicilian, they just chop the guy's head off, cheating, like the whole thing. So like that's got to be symbolic in some way that they just continue to go back and show that statue. Like one of these guys, I think, has to bite it.
Somebody from that couple group is dying. Somebody from that group is dying.
To. I'll be shocked if it's not one of those people.
What is your opinion on the prostitute?
I was going to lead in there. I was going family by family.
Yeah, we're going through each one.
I was going plot by plot.
We're not done talking about the couples.
Excuse me. We're still talking about the couple situation.
I would like to think that I was going to say that they're a couple, the prostitute and the kid.
No, but I put them under the DeGrassos.
They're in the DeGrasso.
They're in the DeGrasso category.
Plot line.
Okay.
Yeah.
I guess that moves us to the DeGrasso plot line. No, somebody's dying.
I'm very intrigued with Daphne. I think there's a lot of theories about Daphne too, that like Daphne's way more manipulative
Well-
than we think. It's like, and then when she showed the picture of the kids, like whose kids are those?
That kid is her trainer's kid.
Yeah, like it was
big blue eyes, blonde hair.
Yeah.
That's the trainer's kid.
Yeah, it was just like a lot of like, and it was like, was she faking it when she finds the body?
Yeah.
Like all these
I will say,
crazy theories.
as horrible as Cam is, entertaining character.
Yeah.
Ethan is my least favorite character. What a snooze fest.
Yeah.
Fuck your wife.
Yeah.
Like,
There
you
needs to be a
weirdo.
loser like that though.
He's
like,
such a
you know,
loser.
like, yeah.
Oh, I'm more horny in the morning than at night, so I can have sex at night. What is that shit?
Yeah.
How does that you're like,
But I think that just shows how like insecure he is in that friendship. And like it's just the whole
literally-
like the whole vacation he's just like uncomfortable.
one episode she literally was like, "What, you want to jerk off on my face or something?" And he was like, "No." Like, what is wrong with you? It was
when he kind of like called out his friend at it was like at dinner or breakfast.
when
Remember, he was like, "Well, maybe." What did he say?
I don't know. I'm asking
No,
you.
you don't remember this? Where he's like, "Maybe because I'm smarter than you." I was definitely smarter than you.
Yeah. He's just Cam is
No,
like,
he has an inferiority complex.
Yeah.
Like he's really like he does not know what to do with that
Right.
friendship with
And
Cam, which
obviously-
is also why I think it's like something could just happen between the two of them, and something happens because
Yeah.
he also like I think his worst Harper definitely made Ethan feel like, you know, why would they invite us on this vacation? And I think Ethan tried to be like, oh no, it's like nice. And then Cam asked him for money, like, or asked him to, you know, invest his money with him. So it was like, clearly there was a whole scheme of inviting them on the vacation.
and like I said, Cam, awful person, but very entertaining character.
Yeah,
like
yeah.
I'm watching his character. I'm excited. I am snooze fest with Aubrey Plaza's husband.
Right. But
Harper,
there has to be, like I said, there has to be somebody like him because I think now he's losing his mind. So like in the finale, he's at risk of doing something really insane.
Harper grew on me a ton throughout the season.
Yeah, definitely.
Annoyed me at first, and now I'm like coming around on her a little bit. And so we'll see what happens. There was a you know, the preview for next week. She's like, what's going to happen to us? That could mean he killed Cam.
Yeah.
That could mean what's going to happen to our relationship because we clearly are not attracted to each other, and what's going to happen there. So many levels to that. Let's move to the DeGrasso family, which is my least favorite storyline of this whole thing. Why did you think you were going to show up to a random person's house in Sicily and that they were going to welcome you with open arms? What possessed you to think that?
I don't know. They hear stories about it, I guess, you know?
I think that's crazy to be like, set high expectations like that. To be like, we're going to show up and these people are going to welcome us with open arms. You guys are 3 men showing up to a home.
Having a female translator there would have really helped them.
Lucia being there really would have helped them.
Lucia being there definitely would have helped.
But Lucia taken by that
Lucia.
guy. I like
Yeah,
Lucia
so do I.
too.
Now, but a lot of people think like, is Lucia... Is she playing the long game? Like,
That's
is the Alessio the pimp? Like, is he actually a pimp? Do they know each other? Is this all like a scheme to really scam the DeGrassos?
I think they're trying to scam Dom, the dad. I think that they're trying to scam him.
Totally.
Because
they knew him first.
They knew him first. They
knew
know
he
he
was
has the
coming.
money.
Yeah.
And so...
How did they know him? I feel like I missed that part.
That they connected on the internet before they even showed up.
Yeah.
Like on, like, I think it was like a feet website or something. Lucia might have said. It was something where like Dom, who I literally just call Christopher Moltisanti. Like it's just like
it's Christopher.
It's like
Christopher's son.
Christopher's son. Yeah.
Christopher's
It's
dad.
just like, yeah. So Moltisanti, I think, like set it up to, you know, that he would have a lady on the vacation.
Yes. So I think she's trying to scam him and is using Sweet Albie to get Dom and his money.
And maybe she has like maybe there's like a change of heart because now
she's maybe feeling
she
things
likes
for Albie.
likes him. I think Grandpa, I think he might just bite it like from anyway. Like I think he might just die, like not murder, but just like death.
Yeah,
you know, like,
I read
think,
that. People think that he might just die,
like I think like
accidentally
he's
or
fallen,
just like
he's banged his head a few times. Like there's no way that the fall and then him just being like, oh, I hit my head on the nightstand. Like something. There's a reason why all those things happen.
And he was gonna die in Sicily.
Yeah,
It's
and then
gonna
they
be,
kept
like-
saying like it was like, oh, he wanted to go on this trip before he dies.
And they mentioned at the beginning of the show, there's multiple dead bodies on the premise.
Yeah.
What is going on?
Rocco.
What is going on with them? What is going on with the hotel staff? Why are they
I don't know.
Because they're not as prominent as they were in the first season.
Yeah.
Who cares about Isabella? Right? That's her name?
Yeah. Well, I guess that goes. She's necessary for the hotel manager store. Valentina?
Oh, right. Of her
Valentina?
of her being
Veronica?
a lesbian.
Valentina.
I think.
It's a V name for sure. For her, like that, like it took a couple episodes of watching before I was like, oh, she's gay.
Yeah, she.
You know?
Yeah, she was interested in her. Yes.
Yeah. It was like, oh, is she just like a hard boss, or is she like actually interested?
It seemed like her and Mia had a good night.
Yeah, definitely. And it's
Happy
just,
birthday, Valentina.
Right. And you know, like because of the way the first season ended, it kind of feels like the staff would be safe in the second season. It's like they would try to change it up. And obviously, you saw Rocco and her together when he was like, somebody's died in the ocean, and she was like, what? And then he was like, and there's also other dead people.
Right.
So I don't know if it's gonna have some connection, or if something's gonna connect back to the Mia or the piano player. The piano player might come back and be like, you fucking drugged me. Like, I don't, he had almost died. He feels like he almost died.
Mia
so
has
something
a
could happen there.
beautiful voice.
I just really hope she does.
Mia does have a
I
good
just
voice.
really
Yeah.
hope that it isn't Lucia or Mia that dies. I just feel like having one of those characters dies is like really predictable
Yeah.
from the beginning. I just feel like
I think
that's
it's gonna
like
be one of the.
I just
the
feel like that's a
couple. The guys in the
classic.
couple.
Like that's like a classic. Like, oh, kill the sex worker. Like, no, that's not. I feel like the whole theme of the season with that statue and everything has been like women getting back at men almost, which makes me think that that's gonna tie into like the women really popping off on these guys.
Yeah, I don't know how I feel about them dying.
Yeah.
I wouldn't be shocked. So
I just would like, change it up, make it something a little
I think
a little different.
The
Everything's
son
up in the
dies.
air
I
right
can
now.
see that.
How you can see Albie dying?
Yeah.
I kind of think Albie's safe. I might regret that, but
I feel like I can see Christopher Moltisanti like crying like over his son being dead.
But that would really suck too if he's the only one. If Bert dies, Bert dies, just dies, and then Albie
and then
like,
Albie
is
dies,
murdered.
and then Dom is like,
And then it's just like, wow, like everything in this guy's life falls apart.
Yeah.
but then he gets his own spinoff show after that.
Yeah.
Well, there's a lot to unpack there. Can't wait
lot,
for
a
the
lot.
finale Sunday night.
And of course,
Oh my
there's
God,
nine.
it's the finale?
Yeah. There's 9 million other theories going around, and we can't go through all of them because like some are insane, some are really good. So, that's how we feel about it. But I'm very excited going to the finale.
Very excited. I also watched
I forgot we're doing
quickly
weekly
move
Yeah.
into the other things that we
yeah,
watched.
Yeah.
I watched How to Make It in America, the first couple episodes of the first season.
Never watched.
What's that?
It's a show on HBO that people have taught. Kid Cudi's in it.
Yeah.
It's a
Lake
scripted
Bell
show?
is in it.
Scripted show. Right?
I'm
Scripted show.
gonna give it a
Is that what Lake Bell was promoting when she was here?
No.
no. It's old.
No. She was promoting her audio.
Oh yeah.
I'll give it
We
a
talked
C.
about voices.
I'll
for
give it
45
a-
minutes.
I'll give it a C plus.
Okay.
I'm not
Right
like
down the middle.
Cool.
I'm
Not wowed.
I'm
Don't hate it.
watching it.
Yeah, you're watching
I don't
it.
love it. I don't hate
Yeah,
it.
fair.
But I'm just watching it because I just wanted to mix
Fair.
it up. And then I also started Love Island Australia,
Yes.
which I'm giving a solid A plus.
Yeah.
Really?
I'm telling you, this season is good. I'm telling
So
you,
good.
season 4, Love Island Australia is popping off.
Better than UK?
I don't usually get hooked to Love Island. Like
It's like a different format. It's like a different show. They're playing into the drama way more than they are like the actual like love aspects.
I don't usually get hooked to Love Island as soon as I did this season. Like
Yeah.
it takes me a couple episodes to really like get connected to the characters. Second episode, I was like, I am locked in. I'm fucking locked in.
Now you know why after I watched the first 4, I was like, fuck, I gotta go back into the VPN.
Yeah.
Like I can't wait for Hulu.
A plus. And
I'm 20 episodes in. I'm like almost caught up with, I don't know if it's over yet or not. It might be close to being over. Normally they only do like 30-ish episodes. It's like different because it's not as long as UK, it's like more the length of US, but it's so much better than US. So many good twists. And like, Sophie Monk is the host. One of these last episodes I was watching, like shit just keeps happening. And she's more involved. Like she comes out more than other hosts do. She's like, this season's been a real cheeky monkey. Like they're like joking about how crazy it is. So I agree. I've also watched Love Island Australia. I'm up through episode 20 and it's a solid A. It's some good reality TV. Good reality TV right there. I agree.
Damn.
Yeah, anything else?
No.
Okay. I'll do a couple of mine. I didn't finish Dead to Me yet. I have one episode left. I'm all over the place because Love Island Australia like distracted me big time. Okay. So like I watched like a Dead to Me and then I'm like, back to Love Island Australia.
I have no interest in Dead to Me.
So I watched 5 to 7. So I only have one left. I watched 5 to 7. I'd give it a B. I am enjoying it. It's nothing crazy. Like normally it doesn't have me hooked where like when episode 7 ended, I immediately was like, I have to watch 8. Sometimes that happens when you go into and Netflix starts playing. Like I had no problem being like, exit. I'll watch it later. So, but I'm enjoying it. I'm interested to see how it ends. Firefly Lane is back, which I feel like has really not been talked about.
Oh, I watched the first episode of Firefly Lane.
Okay, there you go. Firefly Lane season 2 came out. Oh my God, I disagree. I like Firefly Lane a lot.
I don't even know what it is.
It's Katherine Heigl, her show.
Oh, I saw Katherine. That popped up, I think, and Katherine Heigl, like, just her face made me think, oh, should I watch this? But I didn't.
Well, I really liked the first season, so I've watched episodes 1 to 3 of Firefly Lane, and I would give it a B as well. I like Firefly Lane. I think it's it's cute. You give it a D. Episode 1 is give it a D.
I'm not gonna.
You're not gonna keep watching.
No.
That's fine.
I was extremely bored by it.
I
was
could,
extremely bored.
Yeah, I could see that.
Really,
it's not like really like shocking.
No.
So they always like on the season 1 they kind of ended on a cliffhanger, and I would like some answers on certain things, which is why I just keep watching because of all the moving timelines, like the way they do it. It's like, well, God, can we go back to fucking present day? I want to know what happened. So it's got me watching still for that reason, I think. And Love Island, like I said that. Firefly Dead to Me. Oh, duh. The Harry and Meghan documentary came out on Netflix. I've watched 1.5 episodes, and it's all the tabloids are talking about. If you go onto page 6 right now, there's been 14 articles today about everything that's in the show. It is, of course, very interesting to hear their side and hear their story and how they see it all. There's so much footage that they have.
I was going to say, is there like a camera with them at all times?
Not at all times, but like they have like video diary stuff. Like they claimed that when they were going through the exit, that they had a friend or somebody say like, you guys should document yourselves during this time so you can go back. So there's like cell phone videos of like iPhone videos. I don't know why I said cell phone. iPhone videos of
mobile devices.
Of them like Meghan like sitting on the floor like sad and shit like that.
God.
So
there's like vlogging.
Basically, there's a lot of unseen stuff, which is very interesting. Talking about Princess Diana, talking about the royal family, talking about just Meghan and Harry's initial relationship, how they met, how they fell in love, all those things. I find it to be very interesting regardless of how you feel about them. The one thing that I did laugh at was, first episode they sit down together. The producer's like, so why did you guys want to make this documentary? And they're like, we really wanted to tell like our side. We've been silenced. We haven't been able to really like talk freely about what has happened to us. And Meghan's mom is in it as well. And she said the same thing. Like, she was like, I'm ready to finally like say how I feel, which is nice for, I think, so many people in their lives who haven't been allowed to say anything because it just makes things worse. And now they're finally able to say what they want to say on a platform that is theirs. But they're going, telling our truth. This is our side of the story. like, let's not forget the $100 million Netflix deal you guys signed. Like, they made this whole Netflix production deal to have all this content come out from them. So while it is, of course, very nice, and they do get to share their story, and I'm enjoying it, you know, there is a fame aspect here.
I think
that
Team William
is you're keeping up on. I don't know about that.
I think I've originally was like, oh yeah, fuck the monarchy. Like, I'm all about them leaving. Now I'm like, they suck.
No, well,
Harry and Meghan.
I'm
fame hungry.
Prince Harry.
They're clout chasers.
Prince Harry made the move. Prince Harry made the move that
I
kind of
love that because I'm so indifferent on them that you can persuade me to that side if you wanted to. If you want to, I will join your side.
They make
no, I think it's more
Meghan.
fucked up on the other side.
But the people are like, Meghan, you're surprised like that these people that you joined their family suck? Like, you know what you were getting into.
Well, she claims she didn't.
And people
she claims she did not really know the extent of what was happening until she was in it.
I don't know who it was. I can't remember. There's a stand-up comedian made a joke about it, but it's so true. It's like, obviously it's terrible that there is racism like in that, but it's like, are you surprised? Like, these guys have been around forever. Like,
well, this is
like a family full of like incest and like all this stuff.
You get
they
to
got
hear
some
her
fucked up shit going on in there.
You get to hear her side of this in the documentary, which is very interesting because she talks about, like, you know, she's mixed race and she felt like she never really experienced like racism to that extent in her life prior to dating Harry. Like, she was like, I didn't have those experiences. Like, I didn't think like, oh, I've been living like this and now I'm going to marry Harry and it's going to get even worse. It just was all happening at one time and was more like eye-opening for her that, like, holy shit, this is how they're going to do this. So it, like I said, hearing her opinion, it is very interesting. And, you know, Prince Harry pulled his family out of a situation very traumatizing. His mom, look what happened to Princess Diana. He pulled the plug on having that scenario happen to his family. And Prince William on the other side is like forever locked in because he's going to be king someday. So like he can't make those changes. They're never going to agree.
If I was William, I'd be like, bros before hoes.
I would personally just not want to be in that family at all. Like, I just wouldn't want to be in the family.
Wouldn't you want to try to create change within the family from the inside? You just leave. It's
impossible.
Like, is it?
Yeah.
Princess Diana, I think she could have.
She tried and look what happened.
Yeah, she got murdered.
Well, I mean, that is a deep conspiracy.
I don't know if it's a deep conspiracy.
I mean, not deep,
but it's a
but
conspiracy.
it is a
lot
conspiracy.
of people think it.
It's a conspiracy, but not a deep
conspiracy.
one.
Yeah, I mean, like, I think a lot of people think that she was murdered. Obviously, no one knows.
I do agree with you.
Sure.
I think that people do think that.
Yes, well, like I said, still a conspiracy.
She was a real one.
But not too deep.
What?
It's not too deep of a conspiracy.
It's not like
it's an on the surface conspiracy.
Yeah, it's like option. It's like 50-50.
Borderline, just like a theory.
Borderline, like
I would not say it's 50-50.
You don't think it's 50-50?
No.
Really?
So you think it's just a complete accident?
I think it was a terrible accident of showing how bad the paparazzi were.
And the queen
could be, yeah,
just sitting in her castle.
You think the queen killed her?
Comes from the top.
No, I think that's insane.
I think here's the thing. I think it's insane to think that it's not a possibility that the queen could kill her. The fact that you're saying it's no, because I'm not 100% sold that the queen killed her.
No, I'm not.
I just can't imagine you're killing the mother of your grandchildren. It's insane.
People are insane.
They're insane.
The royal
they're not
insane.
normal people.
They're insane.
No, I know they're not
crazy.
normal people, but I just don't like. That's not coming from. That's why they talk about like the firm and the institution. There's so many behind the scenes people that are doing this for the benefit of the royal family without the royal family's even knowledge of these things happening.
I don't know. I just wouldn't trust anybody. I wouldn't trust anybody in that family.
No, I wouldn't trust anybody here. So why can you blame Prince Harry now for leaving?
Right, but rest in peace to the queen. But I ain't trusting anything she really did either.
She went to the grave with some dark secrets.
She did.
I'm sure she did, but
she's going somewhere.
We don't know where she's going.
No, I know where she's going. It's down.
It wasn't all bad.
It's where the fire is.
It wasn't all bad, but there were a lot of bad.
Could you imagine if, like, let's say that there's a real heaven and hell, and the queen goes to hell.
I mean, I think you're being disrespectful. I think you're being disrespectful. She just died.
She lived a
Friend,
full
the
life.
day that,
I know.
and honestly, here's the thing: I'm playing both sides here because I can see both sides. So
Yeah.
literally everything you guys are saying right now, I really can. The day the queen died was like people were having the best time of their life on Twitter, and so
There were jokes being cracked, of course.
I think when someone's that old and it's like almost for the last 5-10 years, people are kind of like, when's she gonna die? Like,
Yeah, yeah.
so I'm just like, it's not like, oh my
I'm
god,
so
like,
scared of people getting mad at me right now.
Like I'm confused. I'm confused with what you're trying to say.
what am I trying to say?
I don't know.
What were we just saying?
I think you're trying to say that
you were saying like
you don't trust the queen and you don't trust the royal family, but because
But
you
you
don't
also
trust them
just
so
said
much.
you think you're Team Prince William, which you're going against everything that you just said before.
No,
But I think it's more like you-
'cause I've always been against them, the monarchy.
oh,
But now I'm kind of like, you're either like pick a side. Like I don't know. Meghan's like, let me try it out. Oh, I don't like it. I'm just gonna blow it up. Like she could have tried to make a real change. I'm just like talking in circles right now.
She could have tried to make a real change.
She could have from the inside.
I just
That
think,
would have been a respectful,
Fran,
commendable.
here's the thing.
No,
Noah,
I think you're.
I think you
I think
you
you're
can't
nuts.
decide where you're landing, which whatever.
You live
and Fran,
you live with that, and
No,
I
I would
live
res-
with all the shit the UK press said about her, and be
No.
like, "Oh, I'll change her from the inside."
yeah,
Friend, but I
just
also
to
think
leave
that
it. Hey,
you
we're going to
trust
America.
everyone
bye.
too easily with the royal family. I think you're too trusting to the royal family and Harry and Meghan.
I
Falling right in their
All
trap.
of them. You fall right in.
Probably. All I'm saying is I'm watching the words come out of Meghan's mouth, and you see the headlines, you see the stories, you see the press. I don't blame them for leaving.
No, I don't
it.
blame that. Like I said, I wouldn't
Yeah.
want to be in that family. I
Imagine
would
if-
not want to be in the
imagine
family.
if the royal family now, like William, they put out a documentary or something, and like just have a completely.
But their
different side of it.
documentary would be so fake. You know,
It's
Everyone's is fake.
everyone.
It's just
That-
so
Meghan Markle
hard.
isn't
you can't trust anybody. Meghan Markle won the Pop Podcast Award.
Yeah, she did.
Yeah, come on.
And that means that Meghan's camp bought that podcast, in my opinion, because, and this is fucked up. I was rooting for Not Skinny But Not Fat. I was
Yeah.
rooting for Alex Cooper, rooting for Emma Chamberlain. I think she was nominated again.
Yep.
I love all those podcasts. Meghan Markle.
Yeah, she put out 12 episodes of a podcast.
It doesn't make sense
It's a money grab for her.
that Meghan Markle.
Everything's a money grab.
It does not make sense that Meghan Markle
Yeah.
won that podcast.
I just think that
So
there's
you
two
really think
sides to
Meghan
her-
Markle's camp was like, we need a People's Choice Award?
hey,
No,
she needs
no.
a win.
No, she doesn't. I think that there are two sides to it. That like,
'Cause why would
she did live through and go through all this stuff, and at the same time also still wants to be famous.
She really wants to be famous.
I think both things can be true. Like I think she wants to be famous and not deal with just
Do you
like
think she'll ever act
blatant
again?
harassment. What?
Do you think she'll ever like just like act again?
I don't think so. No.
Yeah, I think that could be true. She wants to be famous, but also she went through some horrible shit with the royal family.
Yeah.
I think those things both can be true. I also think it makes no sense that with what everything Alex Cooper has done in the last year that she didn't win the People's Choice
Yeah.
Award.
No,
It makes no sense.
I couldn't agree more.
Like, it just doesn't make any sense.
No, I couldn't agree more. I could not.
I
agree
would have
more.
if Meghan Markle and Prince Harry showed up to the People's Choice Awards and like sat in the audience with everyone.
You would
like,
have to go full royal family fan.
No, but I'd almost respect that. It's like wow,
Yeah.
like you went from Buckingham Palace to the People's Choice Awards.
Yeah, look, Harry's lived a certain way. They're trying to make sure they rack in the big bucks so that they can
Are they-
keep living like it.
Do you think their kids they're gonna have American accents? Right.
Probably, yeah.
Interesting.
I mean, a lot of times like kids pick up certain accents from one of the parents when they're younger, and then it goes away when they like go
It's
to
whoever's a
school.
more caring parent, so I guess it'll be British.
I don't know.
This is just a shot at Meghan. I'm just
all
feeling
I-
a goofy mood.
All I was doing was just also saying that I'm enjoying watching the show.
Guys, here's the thing.
I find the show to be very interesting, and that's all I wanted to say.
I'm playing middleman here because
I don't even know what
I'm open to all
Yeah.
different options about these people. I really am, because I don't think you can trust really any of them.
Exactly.
I think you can trust that Meghan Markle has probably experienced some terrible things towards her. I think that's one thing for sure. But I don't know if I can believe everything else. You know what I mean? From anybody.
Yeah, right.
Like, it's just hard.
I
It's
just
hard.
like, I don't really have that strong opinions when it comes to the situation, like when it comes to them, like, but when documentaries and stories and interviews come out, I find it fascinating to learn about it and hear what they have to say.
I'll probably try to watch it.
Yeah.
I'm interested
Yeah.
in what narrative they're trying to create.
Yeah, well, all right. Anyway, it's a B plus for me. I'm watching it.
Yeah. How many episodes did you watch?
1.5. I haven't finished the second one yet,
Okay.
but there's 3 out right now, and then another batch comes out I think next week.
Have you talked to Kelly Keegs? Has she watched it? Because I know she's
No,
a
I
huge
have not
royal
talked to her
person.
about. I haven't talked to her about it yet.
You have any more?
That's it.
Wow. How many shows or movies did you watch?
That was
Total.
like 4 things.
I only have one other thing other than White Lotus. I can't think of anything. I don't know what I did this week.
Let's hear it.
It's the Chippendales episode 4 I watched. Not as good.
No.
B. I'll give it a B.
You gave it like an A last week.
I give it
right?
an A minus. I think.
Yeah.
The first few. I don't know. Kumail's character is getting really unlikable. Very unlikable.
I mean, that does check out.
And I'm just like, ugh.
That does check out with just like what the show is about, I guess.
Yeah. No. But I think that's it. I don't think I watched anything. Kind of crazy.
Okay. Short list. I mean, we're busy bees this week.
We were.
Had a lot to plan for.
Yes,
I think that wraps it up on all the television we watched. Did not need that to go into it.
I enjoyed it. I
debate
enjoyed
about the royal
both of
family.
your
The
sides.
weekly watch report
Yes.
this week was a full like deep dive into White Lotus and then a full argument about
Yeah, the royal
royals.
family.
Listen, just know as a listener, I did not choose a side, please.
Don't come for me.
Don't come for me, please.